Hello, everyone, and welcome inside Joe Martin Field. Getting ready for Game 1 between the Bend Elks and the Bellingham Bells. Elks making the 8-hour trip up here, and I figured we'd hop on the big Bellingham chair with a big guy, 6'7", humongous husky, in Mr. Will Woodward. Will, how's your first few weeks been with the Elks? How are you enjoying it so far?
It's awesome. You know, Bend is such a cool place to kick it for the summer, and the guys on my team have been nothing but super fun to be around, and it's a great place.
So I know you're locally from the area. Hadn't been to Bellingham before. We were talking about not much, but are you familiar with the West Coast League growing up? I know you played with the Black Bears last summer. So how familiar are you with the whole summer ball vibe here on the WCL?
It's awesome. We didn't get to go to Bellingham last year because Cowlitz is on the other side of the league, but yeah, first time in Bellingham, even though I'm from about an hour and a half, 2 hours away, and it's a great field. I love it here.
And how is it for you following in the footsteps of your dad and your mom and being able to be a second-generation Husky and staying close to home near your hometown of Redmond and play for the Huskies in UW?
It's awesome. I love it. It's cool to have sort of a family legacy going on, and my brother's going to be there next year, and it's going to be fun to get to play with him.
How much are you looking forward to working with your brother next year?
It'll be fun. I can't wait to strike him out in the fall when we do inter squads. So
he's on the hitter side of the things, yeah?
he is. He plays center field.
Is he as tall as you?
He's 6'3". He's a little more athletic, but
You got the height factor.
yeah, exactly.
So were you always this big growing up? When did you hit the spurt?
I've always been tall. You know, this kind of just growing up, I'd always have a couple inches on everyone, and just it wasn't one huge spurt. It was just kind of casually going up.
So, what was your height heading into high school at East Lake?
I was about 6'2", 6'3" my freshman year. Yeah. And then, yeah, grew up to 6'7" senior year, and here I am still standing.
So, Pops played baseball on the diamond. Mom played hoops. Each played for the Dogs at UW. So, how did you learn from each of them growing up in each of those areas? And being able to, for you, you have the height factor, can ball pretty good too.
Oh, yeah. It was cool because, my mom coached me for basketball growing up, and my dad coached me for baseball. So they both have quite a good college experience, and they know what they're talking about. So I listen to them.
Does your dad hoop at all? Was he a basketball player at all?
Oh yeah, he hooped in high school. I won on 1v1 him a couple times, and nothing crazy, but he played.
Now, here's a real question: who wins in on a 1v1, you versus mom?
Ooh. She's got a good shot, but come on.
Was it difficult for you to decide ultimately when you went to college between basketball and baseball?
It was. I committed pretty early my sophomore year, so I didn't really get offers coming in for basketball until my senior year. So it was a pretty easy decision, and I'm glad I stuck with baseball.
And how has your dad helped you throughout that process of, being a guy who's been here before, playing for the Huskies, and now, seeing his son do the same thing?
He's helped me a lot. Just learning about baseball. He's a great mind. He coached me just all throughout growing up, and he's been a great role model to have.
Do you miss playing basketball at all? Working with mom, putting up shots in the backyard. I mean, you got the height. You're like, man, I wish I could still use that and dunk on some people.
Oh yeah, I think I miss it here and there. It's always fun to score on people, but it's hard to play two sports in college, so pitching is pretty fun as well.
We ever catch you at the UW Student Rec Center hooping up?
Oh yeah. I've been there a couple times. Oh yeah.
Still slam it down?
Oh, I can slam it. For sure.
I figure so. What are you most looking forward to as you make this transition to solely focusing on baseball and developing your pitching craft, putting on weight, and things of that nature?
We have a great strength trainer at UW, and he's helped me a lot with just getting in the right baseball shape. Coming in my freshman year, I wasn't all that physical, and he's got me to a point where it's just fun to see how far I can go with this.
And how special is it to be a part of this UW program and making a new transition into the Big Ten and trying to make your guys' name known amongst, the conference?
It's been cool. I came in my freshman year and we had a new coach, and just being there for the first 2 years and having a bunch of new experiences, it's been awesome. And moving to the Big Ten next year is exciting. I'm excited to go out there and compete against the highest level, and we should be good. We should be good next year.
Well, Will, appreciate your time. Look forward to seeing what you do for the rest of the Elks this summer, and before you head on just a little bit down the road back home to Redmond and on campus at UW.
Thank you for having me.
Elks taking on the Bellingham Bells. Game 1 here from Joe Martin Field at 6:35.